Hey y'all, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and I'm a Pleiadian channel and starseed coach. So in today's video, the Pleiadians are going to be talking about something that they've never really discussed before. But this is something that is coming up in a lot of my sessions, a lot of my client work. So I figured it was time to have a little chat about this topic. So today the Ps are going to be talking about the importance of living our energy tools. Now, if you have caught a couple of my videos, you know that one thing that the Pleiadians talk about all the time is the importance of our energy tools. And all our tools are our spiritual practices. So those things that you do when you're in meditation, when you're taking your time for yourself every day to protect your energy, to raise your vibration, to balance your energy field. These are the things that as light workers and starseeds, we all have a practice, right? We have those tools that we go to that keep us in alignment. But one thing that we never really talk a lot about, or maybe even think about, is how important it is to be living our tools. Not just doing them for that half-hour meditation that we do every morning or every evening, but actually living them. So that is what the Ps are going to be chatting about in today's video. But before we dive into this, don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. Now, when we are talking about the importance of our energy tools, this is something that we have covered in lots and lots of my videos. I've talked about all the different energy tools and why it is so important for lightworkers and starseeds to have a solid daily practice. Something that raises your vibration, something that helps you process the density that you're moving through, something that keeps your vibration high and pristine. It's kind of our job as lightworkers and starseeds, is to be always paying attention to where our vibration is. And our tools are how we do that. They are techniques, they are processes, little practices that we do in meditation to align ourselves. But one of the things that a lot of us never really probably stop to think about is the importance of carrying our tools with us 24/7. So for a lot of us, we do our energy tools when we're in meditation. So you may have 15, 30 minutes that you set aside every day to do your spiritual practice. And if you are someone who does that, has a daily practice, you are one of the few who is way out in front of the crowd. So that is awesome if you have a daily practice that you do every day to align yourself, to hold your frequency. But now as we're starting to become masters, we are moving into these heightened planetary energies. We're being called to step up our game a little bit. So the Ps wanted to draw our attention today to the importance of living our energy tools. Not to have it be something that you just do during that 15 or 30-minute meditation, but to actually be carrying your tools with you and applying them every moment of the day. When I was going through my spiritual training, my clairvoyant training, my teachers used to always talk about how important it was for us to be living our tools 24/7. So that's what we're talking about. The amount of time that we are spending in practices in a mental state of alignment versus being just sucked into everything that's happening in the world around us, which is kind of what you can think of as being just on autopilot in your day, right? Our attention gets dragged here and there to whatever's happening around us, whatever fire we need to put out. And we lose that connection, that state of alignment that we worked so hard for in our meditation. So one of the things that can be really helpful in the energies right now, and as we move forward this year, is to start making sure that you're taking your tools with you everywhere you go. Not just that half an hour, that 15 minutes that you spend in meditation. So what does that mean? What does it look like to actually take our tools into our life? Well, one of the ways that you can live your tools is just by being conscious as you go through your day of where your frequency is. Are you starting to slip into the mind? Are you getting into that mental chatter? Or are you looking at what is coming up in your day and energetically preparing yourself? If you know you have to deal with someone who's kind of difficult or challenging, maybe you've got that colleague or that boss that always seems to set your nerves on edge, looking at what is coming in your day and preparing yourself energetically. Can you take 5 minutes before that client meeting and ground your energy? Can you use a few minutes of your coffee break to go out, get in nature, Stand on the ground, get your feet in the grass, on the soil. Can you do something to kind of balance yourself throughout the day? Another way that we can kind of live our energy tools is paying attention to where our mind is. Because for so many of us, once our day starts, we're kind of off to the races and we're kind of at the mercy of whatever our calendar throws at us. And we're not always thinking kind of moment to moment about keeping our alignment. But this is where our tools really shine. When we know we have something on our calendar that's going to be tedious or gives us a little anxiety, or we have to deal with somebody who may be a little more challenging energetically, using our energy tools before we get into that situation can help us hold our high frequency. And that's what we're all about as light workers and starseeds. That's how we are of service in the world, is by holding a higher frequency than what is kind of native on our planet, right? What the average person is holding. And when we talk about this, we're never coming from a position of judgment. You guys hear me say this in all of my videos. We are never judging based on vibration. Higher and lower, neither is better or worse. But as people on our spiritual path, our goal is to get our frequency as high as possible. And then our second goal, what we are starting to master now, is holding it there. We can all pop up into that bliss when we're in meditation, but can you do it when you have an angry client screaming at you? Can you do it when your boss is piling even more work on your plate? Can you do it when someone around you is in distress? Maybe you have, as part of your job, you work with people who are going through stress. Maybe they're ill. Maybe they're under a lot of pressure in their lives. Can you hold your vibration while people around you lose theirs? That is where we are starting to be called to step into our mastery as light workers and starseeds. Easy to walk the walk, talk the talk for that 30 minutes we're in meditation. But now we're being called to do that for the other 11 and a half hours of our day, to actually be the living embodiment of our energy tools, so that no matter what craziness we may see in the world around us or in people around us, we are never shaken off of our alignment. That is the phase that we're moving into in these energies right now, where we're being called to the next level of mastery. The first level of mastery was just to get some tools. Right? So if you're someone who has no practice whatsoever, that would be a great place to start. Find a teacher who can teach you quality energy tools. Not all tools are created equal, and many of our tools in the spiritual community are becoming obsolete. They were designed for us when we were 3D humans. So we're needing to level up the tools that we're using. Otherwise, we can just be wasting our time without meaning to. So making sure that you have some really quality energy tools, that your teachers have taught you that, your coaches, whoever you're following, whoever you're investing time and attention in as your spiritual guide or your spiritual teacher, making sure that you have really solid, up-to-date energy tools. Then once you have mastered those tools, because that's step one, we got to start somewhere. Step number two then is we're being called to live those tools. Can you hold on to your alignment when the world around you is kind of looking like it's on fire? When people around you are really struggling and projecting stuff on you, can you hold your alignment? This is what we're talking about. We start to carry our energy tools out of the meditation session. We start to apply them wherever we are. We may be sitting in our car and we're grounding our energy, or we're taking a few minutes on our lunch break to do some integration, to start to process whatever is coming up as a stressor in our life. We start to live our tools, because the more we spend our time in our energy tools, the higher we hold our vibration all day. And y'all, when you think about it, energy work comes down to percentages. What percentage of time are you in alignment versus the percentage of time that you're just on autopilot, kind of responding, reacting to what's going on around you? We want to nudge that percentage up as high as possible so that for the majority of our day, we are holding a high vibration. We're in our heart, we are in mental silence, we are in love, because as we do that, we continue to raise our vibration higher and higher. We don't just pop that vibration up for 30 minutes as we meditate and then go back to business as usual, which is what most of us have been doing. But we're coming into a new level of mastery. We're becoming experts at this stuff now. And so the next level of our expertise is living our tools. So this is something we just don't chat about very often or ever. Trying to think if I've ever heard this discussed in the spiritual community, and I don't think that I have, but it's just something that we don't often stop to consciously think about. How much of our time are we spending in alignment versus being normal humans, just going around on autopilot, reacting to what's happening around us? That's when we can see those big drops in vibration. And we're starting to want to hold on to that vibration throughout our entire day, not just when we're meditating. So very important topic, something that is going to be helpful to us in the energies as we move through the next couple of months, is to start just bringing your attention to, where do you hang out most of your day? Are you in that alignment, in that inner peace, in the heart? Or are you just being a normal human, but getting sucked in to the circus around you? Very different timelines. So that's what the P's wanted to kind of chat with us about today, bring our attention to, if you're one of the many who just never really stopped to think about it. So that's what I have for you today. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done it. And if you want to learn all the amazing tools that the Pleiadians talk about in these videos, just click the link in the description to work with me one-on-one. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.